Hello, and welcome to FFEUR Netplay Tournament number 35, Initiation. I remembered to mute Twitch in the background, right? God, I hope so. Nope. Now I have. None of that bullshit. I do not want to hear my own damn stream. And once I hit enter in like one more server channel, we will be able to progress with the night. There we go. Alright, we got how many fucking people signed up? 12. Fine by me. I'm a little tired. I got work tomorrow. Again. Kill me. But yeah, humble 12 warrior bracket. For round one, we'll have Gamer Lytuva versus Church Gorilla. Welcome back, Church Gorilla. I have not seen you since I was regularly running like 6-man European brackets in 2022 and wanted to kill myself 10,000 times over. Good to see you, man. I always remembered you because you were one of like 17 FFEURs at the time, and out of all of them, you had my favorite name. By far. Church Girl is by far the best European Reese tag. Welcome back. But yeah, first up on stream we have Church Gorilla and someone else, Gamer Lytuva. Everyone else can play round one. I will mark what else will be streamed in a moment. I marked it wrong. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that'll be streamed. That'll be streamed. And I'll determine what gets streamed in Losers Top 12 in a moment. Thank you, Smoothie, for giving me money. You're like one of the 5 people that still does that. Greatly appreciated. And then I'll call Losers Top 12 matches after this match. Yeah, H is the best one. He's got the infinite. Pick H and do the infinite. Gamer Lytuva's got the IP. I wonder if we're going to continue the FFEUR thing. You have time to learn the infinite right now. Yeah, if it's not one of the marked matches on the screenshot I posted in check-ins, you can play your winners round 1 match already. Hell, you can play your winners round 2 match as well if it's not one of the 2 that I circled. So basically, if your winners round 2 isn't fighting Show or Delta, you can play your winners round 2. Don't play losers round 1 yet. After I get the results in for some of losers round 1, I'll call what else is streamed in losers round 1. But after that, you can move on if it's not your losers round isn't streamed. Usual stuff. Anyway, let's hide grand finals. Continuation of the FFEUR project. Let's see if Gamer Lytuva knows the FFEUR's funnies. Do you know Shield 236C, or will we get hit by 236C, 236C? Do you know Charge 236B is an overhead and that you can't shield it? Or will none of this matter and will Church Gorilla like actually play this character properly for the first time ever in this region? Not a slight against him specifically, or against like everyone that plays this character. With all due respect. Y'all are funny, but there's definitely times when I'm like, come on guys. Anyway, decent tip confirmed. Side swaps, just to keep the corner, gives a turn after the overhead gets blocked. It's just like, ah, fuck, the overhead got blocked, what's already here, even though I'm plus. Jump a double overhead. Ends up wasting a bit of meter. I almost said money. That's how I've been feeling lately. I've been buying like piercings and food. And, like, damn, my bank account number went down. Why? It upsets me. Okay, 535, C260 again. There's backdashing the safe jump. That doesn't really do anything against safe jumps, unless your opponent is very easily thrown off. Okay, kind of goes through pressure really fast. Guess you were away space down. Okay, catches the landing, wow. Does an incredibly late left-right. Gets locked in on slightly, so I guess it technically mixed him, but he wasn't over. Okay. The overhead that previously whiffed hits now. Gamer like 2 go with game 1. Jump A, no counter hit. Still ends up pushing Church Girl into the corner. Got those F-Moon plus frames. We finish our gal loop. Not super loopy, but versatile enough. You can't really match out that attack unless you're very unprepared. It's looking good for gamers so far. And the 5B frame trap at the end of those 2As hitting once again. Gamer Lightuva on match point. My chest is slightly itchy. I hope it's not a sunburn. Mystic Eyes have not a safe jump reception. And that air dash not get dashed under. That low hitting 5A not really the greatest for it. Nice use of 5B. Stays on the same side, grabs him. Stay blocking. And we back off right after 6C again. I don't know if that one was crouch blocked or high. It doesn't get the ender, but decent dash under. Let's get another combo in instead. This won't kill, but one more hit can. It survives, but the 6B saved until the very end. Gotta be ready to stand up versus this character very often. Which has 3 overheads and 2 2B, if I remember correctly, was either a command grab or an unblockable. Point is, this isn't a character you can spam one against. Gamer Lightuva moves on. Still, welcome back, Church Gorilla. Keep at it. And does anyone else finish their match? Apparently Monger cannot open the website. That is awesome. Can other people finish their matches so that I can like call the next round? Okay, Monger versus Show is next. Battle of the players that I would have seeded higher if they weren't very vocally playing, not their mains. Ooh, is it raining? Nice. Finally I can... Hopefully that makes it slightly less fucking desolately landly fucking hot here. I've been boiling as of late. Oh shit, I have an IP to connect to. Fuck. Do not start yet. I was updating the bracket, even though it self-updates. I was looking at the bracket. Yeah, that's the FFEURs as promised. Endless fucking FFEURs tonight. It's like the early 2020s never left us. So, covering the C Narrow project at the moment was asking me advice on this character earlier today. Actually, asked me advice on this character a few days ago, and I was just like, I'm fucking too tired to answer anything for now. Okay, but anyway, prediction is up. Place your bets between the two pocket character vibers. Who will win? Both upsetters of FPCL warriors. And people that I'm on generally good terms with. I'm no longer in good terms with these people. They picked this stage. It's scary. You should say, but oh boy, but still, counter pokes the jump C. That is something to be mindful of as Narrow. Riza's big buttons are actually pretty good for contesting Narrow in the mid range. Like she can kind of play air to air with jump B. Okay, you still can't do that. Like jump B can counter poke jump C green at times. 5B and 5C can work in the ground game. If you back off this much, you're in a bad position though. Like, full screen meanwhile is dog dick in exchange for the benefits you... Jesus Christ, that really hit. Benefits you get at mid-range. She's not great at closing the gap from there, but it doesn't matter. If you don't use your extra air options to avoid the AD, probably thought they were high enough already. Plus, but then immediately goes into special, don't recommend that. Oh shit, this is gamer like too, but this is Show versus Monger. That could be quite silly, but it's a little annoying numbers. And that's why you don't autopilot summons against FFEURs either whenever she's metered. Even if she doesn't have meter, she can do 6 and hit grabbable in one hit. And shielding as expected. That's an overhead. Oh, you sure didn't want to do it again? 5B. That's the combo. That could have killed if you confirmed that. Okay, we call up the air tech forward with jump C, blood for blood. It's a shame Onemi isn't here. It would be brothers and main comms and now we're confirming the jump in. Not the crouch confirm, but does what's important. That was meant to be 236C. Technically could have fuzzied off of that, and I believe B-Pro would have made it confirmable. There we go. Double jump was unnecessary there. If you just, like, fell jump B, you would have won. The ideal, though, is you still just check with 2A and with cancel it. And jump C, not jump C, shield. It's 236C. Blocking the overhead now. Gap. Right through the airhead. And cleanly IDing over the jump B. The footsie air dash. I heard shield against heat. Was that a heat OS or did he just do shield on his own offense or something? Okay, looking good so far. Show not blocking. Bad engine meter along the way. Okay, match. Really doesn't much punish the 2B. Using a bit much movement against the 2-3-6C, he's not really getting a chance to punish them as a result. Also not shielding that one. Seems to have a bit of PTSD from the anti-air AAD hitting. Just barely out spacing the heat. And that's by a decent few pixels for his throw range helping too. Watch your feet. One more hit. No meaty. Fuck you. Jumping into that air tech. Nope. Oh, that would have been so much damage if you knew how to route off that. Nope, you gotta space it out a little much. 5C can be 2-3-6C, but not when it's that close. 1-1. Shield that, yes. Aranga. That's still not too high. Oh, I am not used to what doesn't work in this game anymore. And double rising air shield. Sure is hungover gaming. Yeah, drop that, nice. Right. Cancel on the clash, that's what I want to do. Just IDing 3 times in a row. I want in, fuck you. Really short combo though. Hold shield though. Or I guess delay it so you can actually get EX. And just holds up. You're not accounting for my wake up timing. Both of our characters are sleepy as fuck. Shield with shield stagger. Fire. Away. Max, that's it again. Here. Really do much of a mix up though. Fuzzy could have worked there. Jump A right up the butt. Gosh, this is not good. Oh, you could have just continued pressure with 6C there. It would have advanced you away from the deer. Like I was unsure of what combo to do though between just the B and B or jump B A land 2C. Wrong, nope, just three jumps. Alright. Or hit will kill here. No, it's not gonna get 2-3-6C. And trying to press something against a 5C frame trap, nah. Slowly shaping up our top 8. Show moves on to top 8. Oh, game relay Tuva with the upset over Necrophon. Did not expect that. Alright. Now we've got Delta against Vert. Oh my fucking god, I am so sick of this stupid fucking desk microphone setup. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the second time in the past 24 hours that my fucking microphone has fallen off of my desk. Because it's on this big-ass mechanical arm that you have to, like, vice grip into a surface for it to stay. But none of the surfaces on this table jut out enough for me to actually get a good vice grip leverage onto. Oh my god, one moment. Fucking worthless cocksucking table LARPing as a desk. Oh, Jesus. It didn't knock over anything breakable, at least. I was really worried it was going to knock the bowl over. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna let it sit there, and hopefully my mic is gonna catch my voice well enough, and hopefully it doesn't keel over from here, despite nothing holding it in place. Okay. Am I still sounding fine? Are my audio levels good? Does my mic doesn't sound damaged or anything now from hitting the floor again, does it? Okay. Anyway, we have Delta versus Vert now. That is so insanely annoying. I think I need to, like, get a saw and cut a chunk out of my desk so I can actually attach the microphone properly. That's gonna suck. Anyway, let's try getting in. Let's also get a new prediction up. Predictions up, get your coins ready. Delta versus Vert. Pretty... okay, I guess I'm not going to be doing analysis of Satsuki F Miyako, which is pretty heinous for Miyako, though Miyako players don't really like this matchup either. Not that there's many that Miyako players are fond of, but hey, it's a better matchup than C Satsuki for her. Their air counter hits. A lot of air gaming so far. We're in. Pressures. Way too many plus ranges. Inside. We block that fine. It just calls out the heavy uses of 5As. Ah, fuck. The names are in fact inverted, yes. Vert is here. Delta is here. That's not mix. And here DP and not teching, giving almost a fucking combo out of that. Escape. Crank a little harder if you want to jump out like that. Good damage. 2A, one more hit. And actually, frame trap's not that swiping, slightly minus, slightly late reaction. It's pretty quick minus frame. Miyako's also kind of stubby. So that's a factor there. Trying to close in slowly. Ends up delaying it and actually winds up staggering the down button out of vert. Tries shielding. Could have actually shielded that longer and actually beaten the elbow. If your character has good special cancel options, you might as well be ready to hold shield on C-Moon. Like, yeah, you got that fucking DP, which is pretty reliable out of shield, as well as still having all the good stuff out of EX, if you get the timing. Oh no, that's a low! Gets reset! Staggered by the second hit, which is also plus if it gets blocked. Dead. Knockdown, yep. So this thing got a good 100 meter. I say jump at all, but we're not ready to DP that shit. Yeah, that one's not plus. Knows it. Let's get in. Tries bursting on a light hit, ends up blood heating as a result. In both cases, you don't have any meter now. Position for Delta, tries baiting a DP, but just ends up losing momentum for it. So by 5B, this can be good damage if we don't drop. Okay, just jumps out in the corner and right back in. As for right where he wants him. Delta with game 1. Tries anti-tier 5 scene, kinda works. Not ready for the wall slam trade though. Been seeing some decent anti-tier DPs from Third as well. I'm a fan of anti-tier DP being presented, especially when anti-tier DP plus is like also a legit good DP. It gives the impression of like actually playing fighting games. And Miyako, small to catch Zack Dash. Actually 2B might have still not there, but other side. Gap 214C. Nope. No gap DP for you. Despite her stubby stature, Miyako is deceptively alright at baiting certain gap DPs due to the combination of Stomp having either range or clash range, depending on the one you use and from where you use it. We're on match point. Grab him. First throw of the set, I believe, from Delta. I remember when I fought him, he likes kind of waiting on his throws. Jump cancels the elbow instantly, just like, alright, I do not want to get owned. Out of this not working. Gotta hit again. Into the corner with you. One more hit. No to neutral tech, the air throw ender. That's a low. A little reluctant to act though, even though it's minus. And smack that ass into top 8. Well, I guess the ass you smacked might not make it top 8. Trampoline off that ass into top 8. Delta moves on. Are Alan and Schwolf still playing? Oh, they just didn't report the score. Cool. Reminder, you can report score. Anyway, now we'll have Alan LeBlanc versus Alicia, and then we'll have top 8. If you are not in top 8 yet, hello.
Hello.
Play your match off stream.
That's nice. Um, I couldn't join the tournament, but I guess I can come here to commentate a little, if you
Sure.
don't mind.
That's fine. We now have Mateo on commentary in addition to myself. Myself as in me, not the player that plays Miyako.
Yeah, I'll switch to push to talk since I don't have a microphone right now.
Uh-huh. Shadow Rider versus K-pop gooning. Neat.
Those are kind of mystery names to me. Oh no, Shadow Rider is...
Shadow Rider is
yeah.
Alan, and I can tell who K-pop gooning is because I follow Alicia on Twitter.
Alright.
Let's get a prediction up. I'm a little conflicted on who I want to root for here, because on one hand, I've met Alan at 2 in-person events now, and he's been nice to me. On the other hand, though, Alicia is the only person to give me notes on Twitter when I retweet image sets of Last House on Dead End Street, one of my favorite movies that I consider criminally underrated, that I highly recommend to people, especially if you enjoy evil moving images and proof that the moving image is, in fact, inherently evil. And we're gonna see an H-Say. Not a common character, but a character that seems to have, like, token representation in almost every region at the same time. Like, I've seen this character in Brazil, we've got Whiskin NA. Let's see if Alicia's got the combos down. I'm not actually sure if I've ever had her on stream at one of my tournaments before. Guess we're about to find out. So did I do the space and capitalization mix up correctly for Alan? No, it's all lowercase. Charge jump B. H Satsuki exclusive. Alan backdash away from whenever Alicia's above him, trying to fight those impulses to anti-tier 5A whenever the opponent's in the sky. And it's definitely not something you want to do too often against H say jump B.
5k is a lot, actually.
Yep.
I actually don't remember how high is the defense modifier on Seifuku. I think it's kinda average. Is it not?
It's slightly above average. Yeah, that 623C, it's technically a reversal, but it's pretty dog shit. It's slow, it has a super flash, and it's actually not throw invul, as we just saw there. But it says she has the exact same guts modifiers as CL, so it's slightly above average, but she has a little bit of reverse guts in the 25% bracket of health. So, like, she doesn't do well in will it kill scenarios. Anti-tier 623C does work due to the option expenditure from Alan, not letting him shield that.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they were pushed out. And we're
Not
also
doing
trying to
the
sluice around in the
pressure
air a
though,
lot.
yeah.
Does not want to get 623C'd. Got that jump invincible 214A, also an H-Moon exclusive. 2 beats plus. Meaning we find a gap on that redash. Didn't have to bunker there, that was the end of pressure. Honestly, it was kind of scary to bunker there, because, like, I was worried, what if the 2368 hit grab actually grabbed the bunker? But we're blood for blood once more.
I think that Elysia can if she starts to believe a lot more in the 2-2Bs, with if Satsuki is without meter, and Alan really loves to do 6-3C extensions, they could probably do something about it. Just wait for them to spend the meter, and then without meter, H Satsuki cannot really do much against 2-2B pressure.
H-Wounds really need to spend their meter wisely when defending against H-Say, how effectively she stays in. We're gonna see another 63C. Nope, we're saving it for Bunker this time. Grab, one more hit. Plus, we do find an Abare point, but we are not ready to confirm. Double overhead hits, but no confirm again. And that whiffing just ends up staggering. I'm like, wait, you whiffed. Wait, fuck. Alicia with game 1. So far it's looking like good movies are stronger than locals. Tries bunkering, but gets bitten for it. Ending on 2C a bit much. That move is minus and doesn't have that good of a cancel window. And immediately just jumping, like, okay, I don't believe you just doing dash button and keeping me in place. Decent meter levels on both sides now. Alicia might actually be on a bit much. Well, you're gonna be on defensive bunker now anyway, unless Alan bites you. Oh, you pressed it too soon! But I guess we have burst insurance anyway.
Is it like throw invuln, the late bunker flames?
No, he just bit too early. Throw protection is still up. I agree, there's definitely points where Jumpy would be better than Jump C. Jumpy is more of a neutral button in most cases.
She also still has the really strong jump A, so it's she kinda has really good air normals. So.
Who's Satsuki?
No, H-Say.
I don't remember her jump A being that good. It's the standard F-Say one.
It's kinda good.
It's decent,
good.
but
it's oriented upwards.
It is, but it's a little
yeah.
worse than the like Akia jump A that it looks similar to. Granted, it's still hard for there to be like bad jump A's in this game if they just follow the Melty jump A rules of with cancelable and stuff. That's... Why would you still mash after that? That isn't plus, that's like -3 or 4. I've seen a weirdly large number of Satsuki's just like aped Brain 2C after doing like 2 and 4 C or 2 and 4 B on block. Like 2C does not suddenly change your frame data on moves that are not fucking plus. Sorry. We'll call that a stagger, I guess. We'll call that a stagger too.
Why did
just
they
dash in.
dodge?
Ooh! Melty moment. Nice. Man grab to take it. Alan on match point. G. Nope, not a mix of just some extra damage. Pretty good damage too. Out. 2B begets 2B. Able to finish the combo though. This character is a little hard execution-wise. Just have 5C range and a nice dash under. Overhead hits. Some meter. Might just want to get out of heat earlier to back up the meter gain again.
I wonder if they could just have waited on the heat to try to
this is death.
archive.
That's also true. Actually, I agree. Maybe holding on to Heat was a better idea there. Actually, I think it was. Alan moves on to top 8. Respectable showing from Alicia. I think it's neat to see H-Say in another region. Especially now that I've not seen Whisk in one of my brackets in a few months. Granted, I've run like 2 NA tournaments in that time too. Still, Whisk, sign up for the next Fuckfest, please, whenever the fuck that is. Now
So who is playing? We still have Schwolf, Shaw, Gamer Lietva, Delta, Helixion, Necrophon, and then Monger and Alan, right?
Yep, we've got top 8 now. I'm looking to breeze through that somewhat fast because I have work in like. Fuck. I've got work in like 7 hours. I'm not sleeping today.
Are you still working as a baker?
Yep, I'm still a bread slave at nightmare hours. And I've got a 5-day work week this week. So, yeah, now we've got Schwolf and Show. Wonder what character Schwolf will pull out of his very deep bag.
If Shaw really wants to stick for the Nero, I guess Schwolf likes to play Falco.
Yeah, I remember fighting Schwolf's Falco once, like a year, maybe a year and a half ago.
They said multiple times that Falco is one of the characters that Schwolf feels the most confident picking, especially against Nero. I don't know how much you believe in the Falco wins the Cinera matchup.
I'm not really good at giving matchup numbers, but I think Falco is a fairly good character to take into Nero. Her fireball game is stronger than his, and she can do that to pester summons. She has fairly versatile shield cancels if she ends up getting pinned by a summon in neutral. She has good offense when she gets her hits, so she's not as out-rewarded as easily as Siauko. She can also brute force neutral if she really needs to with 236C.
Also, doesn't she have the double overhead? Like, under Blue Fire, doesn't she have the double overhead against tall characters? I think so.
You mean like the ID Yuki Fuzzy? She has that against most of the cast, I'm pretty sure.
I remember seeing something with Blue Fire double overheads. I should go search that. Actually, I don't have my docs here.
There's a lot of things that are technically double overheads that she can do, including under Blue Fire. She can just do jump AA. She can do jump C, ID, jump AA. With IH, and not with Blue Fire, she can just do jump C, rising, jump C as a fuzzy.
She should be able to just do jump C, air dash, jump A.
Yeah, that's the ID fuzzy that a few F moons have. Predictions up. We can start. What are you going to see from Schwolf? We're going to see the F arc. This is the character Schwolf has won a Snaildom on.
Schwolf has a really strong stagger pressure game when they play FR. Like, they know exactly the 5B spacing to properly stagger. They are really good at beating meshes. They are just solid, really solid as FR in terms of how to structure pressure.
Positioning for Sludge, yes. Kind of wastes watching it just go straight into 4C there. And I think FR has some stuff for this matchup. She's got the waves for mid-range, and she has Really nice damage output to help with the reward race. Also, 421C can deal with certain gaps in pressure.
I have been disgusted by FFEUR damage multiple times because it looks like a lot of the combos shouldn't do that much damage, but I have seen like 5.2, 5.3k damage against me, and I play the highest defense modifier character in the game. That character shits damage like from most confirms.
Not want to stay on that. Ends up managing meter decently too after blasting after air guard from C though. No combo from Show either. Jump into the shield, gives Wolf game 1, assuming no drop. Kind of a drop, but Show not teching.
I think Shu is trying to reduce the damage, so they are just missing the the timing.
You can
slightly.
do both. You don't. It's not like you have to choose between reducing effectively and attacking out.
If you reduce effectively and you reduce every hit, you should be able to tech. But if you mistime a reduce, I think that you can just mistime it and miss attack.
Yes. I often end up piano reducing just to increase my attack odds. And Wolf is on match point now, so far the match play stage is not show any
like
favors.
if you make a mistake, like slightly, the game puts you in the inability to reduce the next hit.
That's fine. I'm also not sure if that's true. I know the lockout thing happens with EX Star, but I don't remember you getting locked out of Reduce for mistiming it. That doesn't sound correct.
I think that if you make a mistake, there just is a window of I don't know how many frames where you cannot reduce anymore.
I'm pretty sure that's just EX Guard, where missing an EX Guard locks you out of it. And Throw is already behind Wolf in that jump trajectory. Hero Shield not panning out as a result. If there's any nerds in the chat that are more up to date on the reduce mechanics, please tell me. But like, you can actually just look at the screen and see the reduce animation there. You see it go failed, failed, and success right after. Like, you can reduce fine after failing to reduce. Do some anti-jumps after summon. 2-2-2. A lot of air-to-air intercepts from Schwolf, and I believe that was an anti-air wave taking it. Now we've got Gamer and Delta. Someone remind me to
upload a bunch of the Twitch VODs to my YouTube after this stream, please. I just realized I've not done that in a while.
So the reduced lockout only happens if you press. Okay, so if you after you get hit, you have 5 frames to reduce. After those 5 frames, you have a 5-frame window. After those 5 frames, you have another 6 frames, and if you press a button within those 6 frames, you get a reduced lockout that will not make you able to reduce for another 6 frames. So the lockout is just 6 frames.
That's fucking stupid. That's less than the amount of hit stop / hit stun a bunch of moves have. That just feels weirdly pedantic of a mechanic.
In general, it seems like a really weird mechanic to keep in the game.
A lot of things involving how the reduce system overlaps with other mechanics in this game is, quite frankly, fucking retarded and a mistake of game design. Especially with how reduce overlaps with the system also, the tech system also being matched to tech out combos. Like, there's a lot of things about this game I will defend, that I won't. That is, like, one of the actual worst things about this game, in my opinion. Anyway, we've got a tick throw from Delta, showing it early this time. And we just throw again. Delta heard me on commentary saying he doesn't pull throws early that much. And he's now riding the wave of me having gaslit all of his opponents listening in on my commentary.
Delta proving that the 2-2, especially 2-2C, cannot be seen, and no one blocks that for whatever reason, myself included.
Mix, other side. This was very much there, for real. And barely kills, but I want to say 6C is air blockable? I don't remember off the top of my head. One of the nerds tell me if FG on 6C is air blockable or not, because I want to say that was Delta just not blocking. In any case, blood for blood. So we're just in the air combo to ensure we get that knockdown. And we're like two not blocking. Open. We are just 5-ing. Okay. Delta with game 1.
B is not air blockable now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that explains the getting hit then. No fault on Delta's end, though. Unless I want to be an ass about a not gamer air shielding. Knockdown Ender.
I think Naruto is not really showing how much this can be a battle of active air buttons, because Epsilon has the incredibly active jump A.
Yep. As well as still having the classic Xian jump B and jump C. Only one of these characters has a belligerent run button game, though. F also has that nice 5B to help with neutral, too. Oh, nice footsie hit. And resets with 2-2C. One more hit again.
2-2C is an evil move. I swear to God, 2-2C is an evil move. But he has a DP, so 63B beats both options. Like, beats both the actual jump and the 2-2C. So
I mean, I don't think 2-2C is all that good of a move because the jump arc is different from her normal jump, and it leaves her open for a long time. It's okay to occasionally throw in, but I think the higher level your gameplay gets, the less viable that move becomes.
I am sorry, but this region hasn't been proving Delta that it's not a good move.
I'm aware that this region hasn't been proving the quality of a lot of things. We just saw FSA win the biggest regional tournament this game has annually. Shimmy's a little too far for what Miyako allows and doesn't shield the 421C misinput.
Was that Eika winning with FSA?
Yeah. He won outplayed, remember?
Yeah, I wasn't there this year.
Yeah, I can include myself when saying this region isn't good enough. Got another slammer jump C, manage that meter.
Eika is a good player, despite it all.
Got our knockdown once again. Slightly flubs the combo, but we get the corner carry. That's what matters. Crosses up the DP. I believe this doesn't quite kill because Miyako's damage ender, in quotes, kind of sucks major ass for a damage ender. It does like half a pixel more damage than her air throw. Oh, you died. Frame before disaster. Nice. Alright, that brings us to losers. We now have Helixon versus Necrophon. We're frauding IPs. Whose is bigger? Battle of the Ons. Macroft versus Helix. Helix is one of the types of piercings I got recently. Did one myself. I didn't heat up the needle sufficiently, so I was bleeding from my ear a slightly obnoxious amount. But it ended up looking cool at the end of the day.
Where did you get your ear piercing?
It, like, where on my ear, or, like, what locate?
No, where on your ear? Yeah.
It's a helix piercing. That's, like, the upper cartilage on the ear.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I got one of those on my left ear, and I got an industrial piercing on my right, which is technically just 2 helixes as well. Though
I wanted to get the unindustrial, but the shape of my ear doesn't allow for the bar to go through the 2 helixes, because it would constantly press on my skin, and that would be bad.
Yeah,
so sadly, I couldn't get that.
That's really tragic, because industrial piercings look fucking awesome. My ears aren't really good for them either. They had to put my bar kind of high up. So I'm thinking of other stuff I can put in, like, more the middle of my ear to fill the space up in an aesthetic manner. Anyway, Necrophon and Helixon. I also don't know what people are talking about when they mention, like, Industrial as one of the most painful piercings. It's just 2 Helix piercings, and Helix piercings aren't that bad.
Okay, but it's double on Helix, if you think about it.
Okay, but X level of pain happening twice doesn't mean it's that pain level doubled. You're just feeling a mid-low pain level 2 times. You're not feeling double the pain. Like, I'd rather experience a pain level of 3 or 4 twice, rather than experience a pain level of, like, 8 one time. Like, maybe I was just used to the getting pierced more than once, because every other time I've gotten my ears pierced, or gotten some sort of other piercing, I've gotten more than one. Like, I've gotten, like, 3 to 4 lobe piercings at a time. When I got a brow piercing, I got 2 of those at once. Like, aesthetically, obviously, there's a reason to distinguish an industrial piercing from a normal helix piercing. But, like, when ranking them anatomically and their effects on your body, let's just call an industrial piercing what it is. It's a double helix piercing. It's not any scarier than that.
Yeah, it's just 2 holes.
Yeah.
Also, Ryogi pressure going on.
Yeah, we're trying to EX card. Oh no, we missed one. Necrophon looking to carve at least 2 holes into Helixon so far. I know we mashed 5A, maybe that was meant to be a 2-2A, which technically would have worked there because that didn't hit meaty enough. Into Max right out the gate. Might have wanted TK EX key. Nice low dash. That's something you gotta be really mindful of as Ryogi against pretty much every CL. For low dash, can work against some of your buttons, but more importantly, it makes playing the air game really hard if CL isn't already above you.
I wonder if FCL can space the flicker enough to hit, but to avoid Ryogi bunker. She probably can.
Yeah, Flicker does have the ability to outspace Ryogi buttons. Especially when you're not fighting F Ryogi with the extra reach. Necrophon with game 1. Okay. Fon's gotten his first hole in Helixon. I realized they... Command grab and neutral. Okay, fuck it. That's the other thing that makes this matchup a little rougher for Ryogi is FCL does a lot of damage. If you can do her combos.
Yeah, even the easy mid-screen double flicker BMB does quite a lot, especially on Ryogi.
Oh, we see the dash again. And okay, you didn't think he'd be in max still to do Kyoki. We got our hit. Both half and a half away. Air dash is over. I was really worried he was just gonna fall on it again, like we've seen with other specials this tournament, but nope. Only delays the inevitable, though, of that round going to Helixon. Jump ends up catching his feet, too, not blocking low early enough. We've been seeing a few interaction wins from Helixon in pretty much every round, but seems to be just struggling with actually keeping the momentum. definitely be running offense a little better. The 2-2C whiff punish puts Necrophon on match point. Anti-air flicker. This character has like actual anti-airs too, which makes pressure in the air pretty rough for Ryogi. This confident walk back 5A. That would have actually caught landing recovery. Good timing. Smashing out with plus frames. Necrophon does not believe in +2 though. 2 is a much smaller number than 7, 8, and 9, all of which he would like to press in that situation.
I also wonder why. Why would, like,
I
it isn't the correct spacing, and there's no way you're afraid of a throw from Yogi. I guess panic jumping is the answer, but still.
Necrophon moves on. Now we've got Monger and Allen. I wonder if I can get the rest of this top 8 streamed before we hit 2 hours. Probably not, but who knows. You don't lose to that bitch off one knockdown by EX guarding more, maybe picking some smart spots to 2-2C if you really want to. Waiting until she expends knife is a good one as well. If there's... near the end, you got caught blocking 2-2C from afar where you could have presented dash against it and gone under it. Okay. Monger FFEUR versus presumably Allen on his main. Predictions up. Get your coins out. Oh no, Monger wants to do the champions run now that he's in losers. Okay. He heard a stream might only go 2 hours. Not if I can do anything about it. I'm gonna reset the entire ass bracket for you.
Go only for jump to B loops, Monger.
So I guess during
Also,
the losers run, this might speed it up compared to.
Amisho says he disqualifies.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
I am winning a spot to talk.
The honor of getting to commentate me is worth more than any victory could possibly be. I gotta word that slightly better. It's more than any victory in this game could ever be worth, would have been a better phrasing. And we just hold up, we do not believe in meaties. You guys 2 and 4 startup. We don't like blocking. And the overhead, the slow double overhead. No one expects that. Guys just falling with shield after expending air options. Nah.
Doesn't she have a
Ooh, and here 5C.
possible extremely fast overhead, or is that CVC on
No, she has a very fast overhead, but it leaves her minus on hits, so it's mostly to end the round with. It's one of the fastest overheads in the game.
Yeah, you really have to believe.
Like, Monger does like using it a decent amount to close out rounds. Sometimes he does it not to close out rounds, maybe because it's funny, maybe he just believes in his neutral after. Wait, to catch the land. Air to air tap. IH. One more hit. Okay, what the fuck was that? You're waiting on the minus 17. Maybe it's like minus 11 or something. The spikes are pretty minus. Another jump and shield. I talked shit on Alan's anti-air habits once, and now Monger's trying to do him even dirtier off of those. But no, this is evolved Alan.
You can never tell if Monger plays knowing you and expecting your movement choices, or if he's just schizophrenic and just presses buttons.
Well, given that he joined literal last minute while hungover initially to shitpost on FFEUR, I think he's just vibing another bad 6-2-3C. Thought it's been a while since we saw one of those in a bracket with Satsuki in it. Smash into no avail. Meter dump. Don't have the meter to 63C enders, so we just go for a happy little high-low to put ourselves on match point. To go up in console, you should EX guard more. Though, legitimately, as I said before, mine for when she uses knife, and there's a match going on. He keeps doing this fucking no-ender air combo into micro-charge. I don't think that was a safe jump, but we're going to save our meter. Anyway, tech 2-1-4C, fuck it. Oh, doesn't hold 7 against the jump cancel, okay. Shield counter works. We just shield right back. Tries, I think, rising air throw calling out the 2-4A jump cancel, but it's not spaced right.
Tried to do the speedy. The actual speedy tech is doing wake up rising air throw.
I do that sometimes too. People love doing like weird double jump heat baits, and I'm like, just OS, bro. I'm gonna make you look bad if you keep doing this. I am
people lately. When I play H Akiha, I am people. I don't know why. Maybe because I really misjudge how big Jump C is on H Akiha.
Uh-huh. Attack, can we actually punish it? That's gonna give us some meter gain too. Not meter gain, health regain. He's just getting dash on his lane and dead. One. Ooh, slightly funky combo. Nice save. Pretty good damage too, especially for Satsuki health. I guess it's not that high of guts at the start. Hot crouching. I wonder what he's trying to press. Maybe a really late 6-2-3 buffer. Maybe just one low profiling in any case. It doesn't matter, we still get in on it. Oh, we've got the 2-2 links. I forgot how optimal those are there. Waits on it. Well, since that's a plus frame, but not a gapless one. But it doesn't matter, we jump into Vishion's ass. which he's got relatively well protected. Ah, fuck.
Bless you.
If I was blessed, I would not still have this cold after, like, almost 2 weeks. It's another reversal. If one gamble doesn't work, just do another. Low again, and just go into an overhead right after. Fuck it. Short combo. Has to do delay, air dash, jump B. Fuck it. We can't block those. Empty throw. Just pulling all the patience punishes and just gets hit. Maybe that was like a late press or something, or was 5-ing. Unger moves on to 1. And Show is having net issues and asks me to DQ them, so Necrophon moves on. Monger wants to tell you he can barely do jump 2B on his new stick, so no pool combos this tournament. Yeah. But we get to see even more uncool combos right now, because Necrophon's match was a DQ, so he's already in top 4. We've got Gamer like Tuva versus Monger. Hello, Jelly. You're here just in time for the end of top 6. Oh, they're in? Okay, I tried connecting like 1 frame too fast. Got it. Okay. Very funny. Ha 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 ha. F-Mech, I have never seen Monger on this character before.
I have played the manga F-Mech. It's one of those F-Mechs that once you discover the fact that you can super jump 9 and block, it kinda dies.
I see. Well, let's see if Gamer like Tuba knows how to execute such a forbidden maneuver, and it's a mix-up. It doesn't matter. So we've got I'll face myself. We've got,
I said out loud. I said out loud the cheat code, so Monger had to switch, I guess.
Right at the end, I think I'm gonna try jumping away. Out here for the non-counter hit. Calls out the chase on air tech back. Some damage. bit too wide of a gap, and oh no, 2C's got barely significant recovery. Probably just due to the active frames alone. And just immediately mashes the moment there's a redash on deck. 1H2, nice. Oh no, that would have been death. And now we don't have meter to hold shield with, not like this. Doesn't matter. The timeline remains intact. And just crouches jump C confidently. It's like, you're gonna use not jump B, you don't have the active frames. Or the angle of downwardness. Back into the corner we go. And we just wake up Mash, fuck it, that knockdown is not good enough, we don't believe. Resets into 6C, fuck it. No one's blocking that move on net play. Not in this region at least. You're drawing first blood, one away.
It really becomes EU's lander after an hour of stream.
I do not have to wait an hour. I'll gladly do this shit round one.
Fair enough.
Is that air throw with kind of a weird angle? Unfortunate. We tech forward into Mash, we believe. 5B hits, but how are you confirmed? It's just like, wow, 5B hits, non-counter, what the fuck were they doing? Well, I guess if it hit me enough, of course it's no counter hit. Is that another air throw or some shit? I didn't quite see the animation. It doesn't matter. Monger's got that Mandate of Heaven on his side. Got the superior air button though in jump B. This will kill it, we don't drop, and even keeping it simple, we've got enough damage on deck. The ultimate combo though, because these have gotta stay difficult for Vishion Nation. We make it confirmable. Well, we confirm it, not just confirmable. We wake up 2 AD and fucking throw after. The Monger plot armor is out in full force, never mind. This fucking guy. Don't think that was plus, but keep our turn anyway. I know we tried crouch pressing something, or maybe we just flubbed our DP input. Over at hits now. Okay, Monger Train back on the rails. Or maybe it was never on the rails. Monger Train goes where it wants. No rails required.
Monger is a believer. He just believes in the button he presses. Sometimes he believes too much, but still.
Well, clearly, it's not all too much, given that he is like a hit away from match point again. Now he is on match point. Maybe the issue is everyone else doesn't believe enough. Like, Monger's over here putting his whole pussy
I
in
have
every
been
decision he
believing more than
makes.
him.
Everyone else has like half a flap at most.
He has been complaining lately that every tournament run he has been in, I am the person to knock him out. So
And
Guess
now that
I'm more of a believer than him.
Well, maybe that's the matchup triangle. Monger beats random ass people exist that beat you, and then you beat Monger.
That's kinda true.
Rep Braver Grave, though. Maybe there's a new non-believer on the block. Techs aren't working out. Nope. Falling jump A. We're back, bitches. We don't have a long-range option to actually harass the charge. Takes out the shield, but empty dive kick. Puts us in a better position. Double overhead, this is death. Oh, we didn't even get to the full A. Okay. No fun allowed, I suppose, but at least that allows the tournament to go along faster. That
Which
brings us
kinda
to winners
helps
finals.
since you have work to do in like 6.5 hours. So.
Yep. Okay, I was gonna say we have winners finals next, but I like the energy of Monger saying next, so we'll have him versus Necrophon next. After that, we will have winners finals, though. Sorry to keep Schwolf and Delta waiting. It's Fuckfest, you know what you signed up for, though. Monger with VIP. Necrophon asking for 1 minute. Necrophon with the newly changed profile picture for the first time in years. No longer on the classic skeleton with a phone. Has unfortunately fallen to the horse gacha nation that's been infesting much of the melty countryside. I believe that Necrophon has returned from his journey to the toilet. Let us continue soon, please. I'm sleepy. Mildly hungry. I might make some yogurt after this. I also have to eat some carrots. I haven't had my carrot fix for the day. I need my carrots or I'm not healthy.
Remember that the only way to get the omega-3 from the carrots is to cook them in a fat, such as oil or any other kind of fat. Otherwise, you will not get the omega-3 and your sight will not be as good and you will not see the mix-ups of characters.
I didn't even know carrots had omega-3 in them, to be honest. I just was told they were good for you, didn't look up what was in them, and figured They're vegetables. They're well regarded. I'll eat them sometimes. I just straight up eat them raw. I buy a big like kilogram bag of carrots, and I just munch on them at my desk, like 2 to 3 big pieces, like fucking Bugs Bunny, if he was a gamer. We are in. We're synced. Let us begin. I might look into cooking carrots, though, if you can get omega-3 out of cooking them.
Also, there is omega-3, but the important... I was looking it up. The important thing is beta-carotene, and I do not know how it's pronounced in English, because I have seen that it is called still beta-carotene. And that's important, and that is also... you get those vitamins only cooking them. So no Bugs Bunny diet. Also, Polish rivalry matchup.
We've got some Poland violence here. And Monger once again just confidently jumping out of a long-ass knockdown of intended meaty. I guess he saw that it didn't hit meaty against Felix on earlier, so he's like, fuck it. I don't believe. Got a little bit of EX guard. Saggers right at the end. Space in the corner, but we do not care. Drop. Doesn't matter. Health back. Health very back. Dead. IH to the rescue. Round Star Glass Moon survives though. Deep as possible jump B staggers. Response. Off of me. Net play mix, safe jumps. 63C. Try shielding afterward to be funny to no avail. Combo. Could have protect out of that. I think. You can drop it too easily. I don't think so. Health, that was the shot that would have killed. Other 2 and 4C gets baited, but that never put Monger down in the previous matches. And we just jump. He's just like, I shielded once, I'm gonna do another not block option. And he could have just swoosed into whip punish that, but it doesn't matter. Even if the journey is different, the fated destination remains. No heat of the moment mix for you. That was done pretty late. I think that was throwable even, but it doesn't matter. Necrophon not ready for the situation. Oh, that's fairly plus. If anything, you should have shielded there again. It just stays, stares at him, says, I'm gonna meaty you. No playing around with the knockdown. Oh god. Frame rate, please. Return to me. Getting that 2A when he's above. And a well-timed jumpy once more. That was a safe jump, it doesn't matter. Slightly. I wonder if 2B low profile is 2TC actually. The net play mix strikes. Monger's nearing that max though. Scary.
It's surprising how much Necrophon gets away with bunkering A normals.
I guess to be fair in this case, FV Xion's 5A is not very far-reaching. And there's probably still points where Monger could be Monger OSing. But he don't need that shit. Throw! I heard the second one. But who needs bunker when you've got wake up jump? With the occasional 2D tastefully thrown in. It's really early. Oh, flubs up the arc drive, just do it again. This is to reduce. Putting Monger in top 3. Okay, now we can finally move back to Delta and Schwolf. Apologies for the delay. But we can finally take a break from the Monger show. Mostly because we have to. I've been picking the wrong Schwolf alt this whole time. Nice. Wonder which character we'll see from Schwolf now. Wonder if he's just sticking to F-Arc the whole time. And that does seem to be the character with the best tournament record. Out of his repertoire.
It's like a fairly solid pick, also because they don't even try to be the stubborn type of FARC player that always goes for the dumb blinks and just plays solid.
I mean, he's fighting Miyako, so there's not too many wrong choices out of his character options. Schwolf plays a lot of characters, but I don't see him picking bad ones very often.
No, I don't. I cannot remember the last time Schwolf picked a strange character. I think they have been playing a little of some moon of Necomech. I think F Necomech, if I remember correctly.
I want to say he's been playing C, but you might be more up to date on that than I am.
No, because I do remember that they played a C Necomech quite a long time ago, and they were experimenting with another moon because they had been playing F for a while, and wanted to try C. Actually, that first attempt is on my YouTube channel.
I did not know
And it's
that.
one of their really, really few sets that I have ever won against Schwolf. Generally, Schwolf cleanly like 10 ones me, 10 zeros me.
Okay, it seems we want to match Miyako in damage output, so we've got F-Warp. Technically, one of the lower tiered characters I've seen Schwolf pick.
I can see why they picked the F-Wark. You will see in this match how much Schwolf loves to 5A as Wark. Also because her 5A is, I would say, one of the best in the game. It's really, really big, really
It does
oriented
hit really high, and I think it's comparable to a lot of the really good high-hitting 5As. It's just not on as good of a character, is the main issue. No, I still don't think her 5A's the best at dealing with Miyako, because Miyako's big thing is big, early button presses. And even the best 5As aren't disjointed, so they're still not beating from C. Throw.
I think that Schwolf just tries to get the trade, and once they have traded, they have won.
Yeah, I do think that's the main Lark benefit. It's her air neutral and keep away game that's made to abuse how air focused Miyako often ends up having to be, and Ring Runaway often allows you to not have to interact with that much. Combined with her kinda restricted ground mobility beyond like closer range footsie movements, not being the best for like ring dash unders. Due to her dash being kind of short and also being tall, which isn't good at dealing with ring. Game 1 to Schwolf. Not seeing many EX guards, I mean, we can just 2, 3, 6, say till the cows come home. That shit is +8. 2, 3, 6B is minus like 2 or something like that. Just have a pretty decent spacing. Even charging will not give much to Delta here. Dead. Both halfway to grams. Managing some meter. Pressure. Upgraded slightly, but not actually ready to confirm it. Staying in though. Slightly fuzzy 5A maybe. Gets caught there, but we drop. Not too much red life to regain though. Yeah, we see Schwolf just taking the life lead early every time. But we do fly over the ring this time, giving us a nice big hit. That might be the high score of the bracket. That's not a real reversal, that's some invul, but it's not great. Awkward angle, input cross up into not quite death. And into your shield bait will put Schwolf up another game. It's FD3. It's finals.
Did they GG's each other?
Guess they have to reconnect.
Also, is this a new profile picture day? Schwolf also changed the Yoshi.
That is correct, Schwolf is on a new PFP. I thought this was an alt at first because of the different profile picture. But apparently not. I know this is not the same account as Schwolf's main. I don't have Meltycord as a mutual server off this one. This is one of Schwolf's like 30,000 accounts. He is one yet many.
Oh yeah, it is a different account. This is Schwolf period, and the usual one is Schwolfy.
Time to resync. People don't need swapping around on the overlay at least. It's very possible that we are like just barely missing a sub 2 hour stream because of that ESC. If anyone wanted a VOD with a 1 hour on the timestamp, blame Delta on shattering your dreams into a million tiny, bite-sized yet still inedible pieces. We can start. Start some offense and some tech there, so still letting Wolf continue a lot of pressure. Not null checked by that move on block this time. I actually forget if she can even land on the other side. Or if it always just looks like she goes to the other side and it's all the same side. That still doesn't sound right, but I remember there's like a tell to where she lands if you block that. It's calling out a shield after the left-right. Watch too much Monger footage, and it's like, this dude's definitely gonna shield. Delta is on a life lead now, but Wolf is still close to max and able to assert pressure. Tired of blocking. Probably could try jumping out at some point. Okay. That's meaningful life lead now. Oh, you could have punished the landing on that. Was not ready to actually get into the ring blind spot. And giving a knockdown again, putting actually him into a good gamble position. Never mind. Unless tragedy strikes, but it's looking more likely than I thought it would be. That really still wound up working. Okay.
That's an end to a round. I can understand that. I vibe with that. I vibe with those wins.
That's because your character's heat covers the entire screen. So it's like a surprisingly effective way of taking wins with Siaki.
Yeah, that's cool.
And one more open up. Looking pretty dominant still. Not lose a crumb of groove from that ESC. With that, we've now got Monger Delta. And it would appear that Schwolf has not dropped a single game. All tournaments so far. Can anyone put a dent in his armor? We got Monger threatening to touch Delta. Prediction is up. Get your coins out for the semi-final battle of the night. Will the Monger train continue its pillage through the tournament? Or will we finally run out of coal or whatever other fucking fuel he's using? Maybe coal. I've noticed this fucking continent has taken a liking to bring back coal for some godforsaken reason in place of nuclear and other things that are, like, actually future viable. Shoutouts to Germany. We can start. Okay, we've got a good start for Delta so far. Attacking the throw to no avail. Jump B, probably a mess mighty, but sort of keep our turn. Jump out, jump B though. Not the cross up bitch. Snaggies, but not actually ready for the hit. Just expect to be pressure probably, but we are slowly nearing max. Overhead hits right as we need to hit it. That will give us a life lead steal. Oh god, nope. No! Robbery heat this time. Those technically still alive. Nope. We overhead right back.
This could be a matchup where Monger could prove if the triangle is me losing to Delta, Monger losing to me, and Delta losing to Monger, possibly.
Perhaps. It does seem that Miyako's damage output is making some of Monger's antics a little harder to get away with, though. Corner. Jump. C. And we jump the 6C. Not angled to catch jumping out this time. One more hit. Monger starting to block. Starting to crack. Just getting jump seat on. That dive kick was not worth the slight angle reposition it gives. Kind of homoerotically rubbing on each other. I was afraid to press something once they're in each other's range. Deck into mash, the classic. Dead. I like the spending meter combo to try and get out of max as soon as possible. Get a little more right at the end. To work. Slightly delays the shield counter, it would seem, so that doesn't get him both through. Doesn't do the swaggy triple shield though. Into the corner with you once more. 7's it, but a little too out of range to punish it, I think. Empty throw. Immediately jumping way away from the shield counter, realizes, okay, it's gonna happen this time. Gap 2 and 4C. Pretty far away to punish, but the funny I'm minus, but not unsafe shield doesn't work. Monger jamming his foot in the door, demanding he be let in. Tries 2-2C resetting, but nah, we mash on hit. No dive kick for you, but we drop. Oh no! Monger is not too far from max either. This is up the TK dive kick combo. Still racking up that heat. There we go.
Yeah, I think that another. No, there you go. It's a max. Does he have the IH combo? He doesn't.
Now IH robbery, resulting in his soul getting donated. And said, it's FT3. It's FT3. It's FT3. Do not hit escape. It is first to 3. It is losers finals. he just came in after winners finals, making this losers finals. It is FT3. Okay, thank you. No reconnect needed.
I've killed Monger too many times and he isn't used to FT3ing.
Yeah, he can blame you if this is where his run ends, even though he already lost the FT2. Okay, this might be Monger's last stand. Oh, that just goes right over, okay. Out of range. 5B or 5C might punish that. Oh, we are IHing when we're at full health. Why? Maybe he's just showing that he can still IH after having not gotten it in that previous game. Dash in 6C. I mean, it works. No, not 6C. 236A. Dead. Okay, Monger's still alive. Hitting those 7 golden letters. Has Heaven's Gate reopened? Or Heaven's back door, rather? Nope, not ready for the air hit. And these tickler attempts have just not been working. Delta's Barre has been on point. Actually, got a few. Monger did get a few plays recently. On point enough. Unlike some of these shields. Let's see. Monger denying the 3-0. Can he get 2 more, however? Maybe that sliver of defeatism, expecting it to be FT2, is what he needed to re-energize. It's a whole new day for him now. It's like he's starting a fresh new bracket with no wariness whatsoever. Please continue. Okay. I was really hoping we didn't desync on the fucking windscreen. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Back in Delta's court, though. Remember, you can neutral tech that and good throw on the empty land. Ooh, we common a dash out. Nice. That's minus enough to just straight up punish with that DP. Watch your feet. Delta on match point once more. Counter hit again. Finally getting the opening he needs. Landing shortly before Delta, giving him the frame advantage. F-Moon landing recovery, ensuring that safe jumps, but we just burst anyway for some reason. And an empty jump, empty land back, gets punished in turn. Forward tech, but we don't do any checks, so it's fine. Left, right, this will kill. Nope, Monger loves his shield against left, rights. I should have said meant this will kill if the mix works. Get that lower left, right routing wouldn't kill directly. Okay, do we have hero pressure? Thanks to Miyako's fucking cunny twig limbs, we might. Nope. Wait, yes? This man just will not die. Okay. That's the way the pussy crumbles. Delta is back.
I think Monger has some consistency issues.
I'd say so. I've seen him cook, but I've also seen him spill hot, boiling oil all over himself at times. And we officially missed the chance for this to be less than 2 hours. Did I ping the right Schwolf? Yes. Alright, Ken Schwolf, 10-0 this entire bracket. Well, I guess it has to be a oh yeah, it would be a 10-0. He's racked up 7 wins and 0 losses so far. Can he take the tournament without dropping a game? We'll see. Was looking pretty fucking dominant in winners finals. Okay, Delta with a good start. Oh, we're an F arc now, okay. The overhead, dash out. And the lowest possible jump to be. Guard break denied. No combo though. Probably a
Does jump to be have a height limit?
Does what?
Like a minimum. Does jump to be have a minimum height to?
No. Well, it's the same minimum height that like air dash and stuff has, I assume. But you can TK it. Is the point. The only dive kick with a height requirement is Nania's, I'm pretty sure, in this game. Okay. Delta taking a round. The falling shield barely doesn't get punished. IH's it, but still quick response from Delta. With a throw. Plus blocks out, nice. Pretty good guard bar damage. Route though. Going into your 2-2 for you. Block the elbow again, nice. Okay, one more open up can put Delta on the board. So he does bleed. Bracket 10-0 denied. I almost put the score on the wrong side because I'm so used to racking up points for Schwolf. No rise for you. Blocks the 2-2C, but it is plus. You don't want to shield either, you want to match it. Straight up. Assuming, but we just mash with belief in our hearts. But we 2-3-6B with even more belief in our hearts. Shout out to C-Bum. Ground tech. Again, and IH. Realizing he backs himself in the corner, just like, ah shit, time to SJ9 out. still confirmed over there. Doesn't seem ready for it himself, but clock is on a tick. He's using it just in time to catch the charge too. God, I feel so fucking sticky from sweating all day. I hate summer. .8, max 2. Good response to the super flash. No gap reversal for you. No being safe on block either. Got IH. Forced to take a bit more of a risk. It's all fine though. Hit. Staying patient does not want this to go to 1-1. It's looking increasingly difficult though with Ark's high-ass help. Not pressing soon enough. Wolf just needing 2 more games to let me go to bed. Now the overheads are hitting. No real confirm though. This is like a single frame before 2-2C comes out, unfortunate. It almost looked like that got baited. I was really worried how horrible shield counter cross-up whiff would happen there. We're fine though. No shields to call out, another 2A or 5B for you. Plus tries doing walk under 2B, but we're not out enough. Nyako spreading her lolly wings to put Delta halfway to Grand Finals reset. Nice TK jump to B. It's so fucked up how effectively that works as a defensive option for Arc, but I kind of love seeing it too. Oh, meant to do 2C instead. Delta might have siphoned a bit of Monger's DNA in Losers Finals, where things are just starting to work for him. Never mind. We're all tied up, both halfway to our goals. Only one of us has only 1 goal left, though. I think with Miyako's more curved air dash, you can probably, like, jump forward and then, like, delay air dash over some of these keep away waves. Especially if it tries getting into the prospect.
The waves are deceptively big, though. Many of the hitboxes definitely look are definitely bigger than they look.
Kinda. The sprite's actually a little bigger than the hitbox, but even with that in mind, it still hits fairly high, and if I remember correctly, her hitbox isn't too extended either, is the other thing. We got our hit, but we didn't confirm! No! Now's not the time for A-normals to not extend their hit stun into other normals. Oh god, we've got some frame drops. Yucky. A Bare 236A, no redash for you. I expected that was a minus string. I can just take my turn back slightly. combos again. Wonder if there's some connection gunk. Still got a pretty solid life lead in any case. More hit. 5B, 5B, 5B. Remember correctly, it's like -1 or some shit, you're dead. Gap DPs that aren't like very horizontally inclined are kind of hard to recommend against a decent chunk of FX pressure because it causes spatial jailing and such. Also, she can EX cancel the waves if she has mutant Portugal C, so if it's a super flash reversal, that often still doesn't work. If it's a wave frame trap. No 2-2 for you though. I wonder if that was misinput. Check that. No confirm. One more hit though. We block the overhead. No confirm. You don't need to scout for counter hits when they're one hit from death. And Gem 2B to take it. Lovely. Congratulations, Schwolf, on taking FFEUR Netplay Tournament number 35. Initiation. I believe this is your first time sitting on the throne of Emperor of Destruction. Congratulations. Welcome. And, oh, right, I can do a tiny bit of other shilling. Does this capture the right window? Yes. It's looking very, very, very likely that Evo France will have an officially sanctioned tournament for current code run by me. I got an email from them yesterday asking about scheduling and stuff for it. Like, it hasn't been completely set in stone, but it seems pretty likely that we're getting an official side bracket slot at Evo France in October. So link to the Twitch chat to sign up for that is... yeah, in the Twitch chat I already said that. I should probably get the official Evo France link as well. I should probably put that on the page. But yeah, sign up for Evo France, sign up for my current code tournament, even at Evo France. It might be official there. And even if not, I'm still going to run it, because I'm going. But it might be officially sanctioned too, so we'll get like dedicated chairs and tables, which would be nice. But yeah, I think that's it. Is there anyone I can raid? Is anyone playing current code? No? Okay. Well, I'll just raid Spooky then. That's it for tonight. Congratulations, Schwolf, our new champion. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Thank you for commentating with me. And we'll see you all... Oh, also, Monger and I are looking for people to hotel with at Evo France. So if y'all want to split a hotel, we're open for doing that because neither of us like spending money. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Thank you for commentating with me. And we'll see y'all next time at FFEUR Z-ness.